Hey honey, there's something I want to talk to you about. You know, you're getting older now, you're becoming a young woman. I'm so proud of who you're becoming, but it's time that I had this chat with you. And I need to talk to you and tell you the truth about men and about life, so you know how to navigate them and how to use what you've got to your advantage. Guys think about sex a lot. Like, they think about it more often than you can ever imagine. Now, to be fair, don't blame them. It's in their nature. But just be aware that some guys are just going to be into you because that's what they're looking for. Now, here's the thing. You're going to have different experiences. You know, you're going to connect with different people, but your body is a temple. Do not share it easily, because that does not make men respect you, okay? I want you to be safe and I want you to be okay, but respect your body and they will respect you in turn. Now, I've raised you to be, strong, confident, a woman who you can provide for yourself. That's the person you're becoming, and I'm so proud that's who you're becoming. But know what you want from life. And what I mean is, understand that guys don't care about those things. Guys don't care about how much money you make. Guys don't care about how successful you are. Yes, they may respect you as an individual, but having a substantial career isn't what's going to attract the kind of men that you want. Because of course, the kind of man that you want a man who can be there for you financially, who can put a roof over your head, who can, provide for a family. That's what I want for you, and that's what you want for you, right? So understand that there are different things that he looks for. And if there's any guy who finds you more attractive because of the amount of money you make, then just know it's because that he is looking for you to be paying for the majority of things. And no daughter of mine is going to be taking care of another man. The first lesson you should be learning, especially while you're young, is knowing the difference between the guys who are in it for you just because of your body and the guys who are actually in it because they actually want to get to know you. I promise this is going to save so much time and so much heartache. I don't want you coming home upset because, the guy you thought you really liked, didn't feel the same way and you saw him with someone else. Because the truth is, those kind of guys, they're always going to do that. That's always going to be the case. Right? So if you can really tell the difference between a guy who wants you for you and wants to get to know you, that's how you start to build something. That's how you begin to build the foundation for building a life together. Now, it's really important to know what you want. If you have in your head that you want to have a husband and kids and everything by the time you're 30, then that is what you need to start prioritizing while you're in your 20s. But if you want to be in a high position and you want to have a career, then that's what you're going to be prioritizing between the age of 20 to 30. The truth is, no one can have it all. Not even men. Men can't have it all. Women can't have it all. And the reason is, anything that's worth having comes at a sacrifice. There are things in life that we have to sacrifice for, okay? Now, here's the thing. If you want a high quality guy to be a husband and to be the father for your children, then while you're younger, is the best time for you to try and find the best possible male you can and lock him down. Because the truth is, the kind of attention that you're gonna get, the kind of attention that you get in your 20s is very different to the kind of attention options that you'll get in your 30s. That's not saying that you can't find happiness, but the level of options that you have, they are going to be very different. Now, here's the thing. If you wanna spend the whole time of your 20s just partying and, kind of doing your thing and being free, absolutely, you do that. Go have fun. Do your thing. I want you to be happy. But understand, like I said, you doing that means that there's a trade-off later on, okay? There's a trade-off later on in your 30s, because you might start to feel the pressure that you need to settle down, start to have kids and everything like that. Because the truth is, as a woman, you do have a biological clock. And that's not something that should scare you, but it's something that should just make you aware of what your options are. But equally as well, if you're saying that you want to have a high quality husband and you want a great guy to be a husband and the father of your children, the best time you're going to get the best options for you is going to be in your 20s. And that's the time to find that guy, and like I said, is to lock him down. There are two ways you can go about this. You can either find a guy who's already established, a guy who's already got his thing going on, he's got his stuff together, in which case he's probably going to be several years older than you. And that's okay, but remember to maintain your respect. Okay? Don't let him control you. Or the alternative is to find a guy who might be around your age, but you recognize potential, all right? Recognize the guys around you who maybe they're not up there yet, but they are starting to do that. Because that's when you get to build with them, you're on the journey with them as they are heading towards a higher levels in which you are joining them on that journey. Now, it's really important to maintain your passions. Find what you're passionate about and continue to do that. Now, there's something I have to tell you about men as well. The good thing is that they are very simple. They're very simple creatures. It doesn't take that much to actually please a man and to keep him yours, okay? But the downside is if there's a guy who you want, other women probably want him as well. Now, there's something else that I need to tell you the truth about men and how men think. And the truth is this. You know, you're growing up in a time of social media and Instagram and everything, all these pressures and all these standards. And, you know, we see these Instagram models and you're probably comparing yourself to all these kinds of women. And to be honest, I wish I could get rid of social media for you. But at the end of the day, I know that's not going to happen. Now, on there, you might see, you know, the kind of guys that you like. You might see guys who have the nice houses, they're going on holiday, traveling all the time, you know, they're in great shape. You might see guys that you're really into and you think, wow, that's the kind of man that I want. Well, here's the truth about how those guys think. The more money you expect them to make, the more attractive he expects you to be. This is a harsh reality that I want you to know what you're getting into if you ever get into a relationship or you get involved with a man who was on that level. Okay, and understand, look, if that's for you, then that's okay. Okay, but this is how men think, especially guys who are earning the kind of money and on the level that maybe that you want. Now, if you don't want to be in that kind of dynamic where, okay, he's making so much money and, you know, it's kind of, it feels almost like a requirement for you to stay attractive to him, then you just have to look for different kind of guys. Maybe you don't need to have a guy who's on that level. Have a guy who's maybe towards your level, or maybe even, you know, it's okay if a guy makes less than you, if that's not what you want. That's not to say that you can't find happiness with somebody maybe who's not on this level, because ultimately it's about what you both bring to the table and how you both work at it, which makes a relationship prosper and builds the proper foundation so it's long lasting. And the last thing I want to leave you with, so I love you very much. I want you to be safe. I want you to know what you're getting into. And if you need anything, I'm always here.